friends. Welcome to YouTube, first part of October, monthly reading for Scorpio. My goal is to have these out around the first of every month, but this month just got a little behind. And I mean, really, the way I see it, whenever these messages reach you is when it's supposed to reach you, right? So whether it's done the 1st or the 15th or whenever, you might not even see it for another couple months, and that's okay. There might be a message worthwhile anyways. So really, that's my whole goal anyways, is just to help in some way. Whether that be in the actual month of October, or maybe I'll get this message next April and it'll ring true for you. Whatever the case may be, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this, and I hope that it does help. So we've had 2 pop out, and I'm hoping for one more. I'm using the Rider-Waite deck to start. We'll do a basic reading here on YouTube, and then we will do a deeper dive and an extended reading with some clarifiers over on Patreon. So if you are the kind of person who enjoys getting that clarification and hearing extended readings, feel free to hop over to my Patreon and we'll dive in. The last card really doesn't want to come out. Not quite. Almost. I thought if I just wasn't paying attention, maybe it would come out. Sometimes they do. Now they're wanting to go all cattywampus. I like that word. There we go. Okay, let me pick up the one that fell, and I will be right back. So we have the 4 of Swords in reverse, Justice, and the 5 of Cups. So it's an interesting mix of energy here. Already I'm looking forward to the extended version to see what some of these clarifiers are and see where some of this energy is going. Because it's a little bit all over the place. With this 4 of Swords in the reverse, you know, it can talk about a certain level of restlessness during like a stagnation period. So maybe you've been a little disheartened at a lack of progress lately, and while I'm saying it, like I can feel my legs like wanting to move, and there's just nowhere to go, or something is keeping you from actually moving or doing it. So yeah, we'll come back to that. Like I said, I'm excited for the clarifier on these. Justice is, you know, seeking the truth in what's going on and understanding, you know, the cause and effect of the things that happen. And I mean, sometimes I guess that in itself, understanding the cause and effect and understanding different angles and all of that, and really looking to be fair and all of that. I've said that a lot now. Anyways, sometimes that can cause stagnation and a sort of restlessness where you have that feeling of wanting to go, but at the same time, you've got something holding you back. Those different perspectives can kind of pull and push and hold all at the same time. So I guess that's what I'm saying with that pair. And then you have the 5 of Cups, and that's a sense of loss. Now, that does kind of tie back to this a little bit for some of you, as far as in this stagnated, restless place, it's like you've missed out on opportunities or missed out on people. That's what I heard, people. And that's kind of sad. But in this Five of Cups, I always notice these two cups standing right behind him. And they are still in the upright. They still have plenty of opportunity in them. So I understand this feeling, especially when stemming from that place where like you want to do, but you can't and you won't and, you know, whatever. I understand that feeling of, I guess it's like a missing out, which is a loss. But all it takes is you turning around, adjusting your perspective a little bit, and seeing these other opportunities that are there. You are the kind of person who seeks to keep those scales of balance. So sometimes that makes us into overthinkers or people who just have a hard time making decisions and making choices because we can see all these different ways of looking at the same situation. And, you know, we're going this way, you're going to have these certain upsides to it and also these not so great things about it. But if you go this way, you have these upsides about it and these kind of not so great things about it. So it might take you a little bit longer because you're in this energy and you do want to be fair all around. But really what I'm seeing here is you have the opportunity to shift your perspective, and eventually you're just going to have to step out of it. Your legs that are feeling so restless are just going to have to take the next step. Okay? Yeah, I can't wait for the extended. Let's first go ahead and pull one from the Oracle cards for advice. This one I use is Notes from the Universe on Love and Connection. Very uplifting and artistically very beautiful deck. We had one pop. It says, give yourself much more credit. Yes. Because even in just being this kind of person, like, we need those kinds of people on Earth. And I appreciate you being here. Give yourself credit just for being you, okay? Anyways, on the back it says, a stranger than strange preponderance to ponder. Those in great relationships aren't always those who are good at relationships, and those in challenging relationships aren't always those who are bad at relationships. Oh, see? Wow. Even though I used preponderance ineptly, this one is really good. Please ponder the universe. That felt like Alice in Wonderland. So I don't know if that's a thing for someone. But, you know, in trying to keep this peace, sometimes that's kind of a fixation on perfection and trying to do everything just right and not hurt anyone. And those are honorable goals, right? But as humans, it's inevitable that we're going to mess up. And in those messings up, we have the opportunity to learn and to grow and be better. And if you're in one of those great relationships, and that's whether it's romantic or not, it could just be a greater friend group or something. Whatever your situation is that we've been talking about, the people involved, if you all are meant to stay in each other's lives and to do this life thing together, there will be a level of understanding, and there will be that give and take of grace where you strive to understand each other. And, you know, when people want each other in their lives, they work that much harder in all different ways to make that happen. And so that's what I'm hearing from this. If you're dealing with other people in this situation and they're in that same level of wanting to be in each other's lives and holding these relationships in high regard and understanding the value of them, then they're going to understand if the choices that you make aren't exactly the best, or, you know, they'll stick through the time that it takes to kind of correct course if you make the wrong decisions. But being who you are, I don't know that there is a wrong decision to be made. I think there just is a decision to be made and a perspective to shift. So, with that, we'll conclude the basic reading because I think there's a lot more to uncover in the extended. So join me over on Patreon if you'd like to see that. And if this is where we part ways, that's cool too. I hope that you got some kind of helpful nugget out of this. Yeah, regardless, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate each of you who watches and shows up for me. Yeah, I hope to see you again soon. Thanks so much. I love you. Bye.